Hey there, I'm Yankel, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about food safety. Now, sometimes you see things in cooking videos or on TV, and they edit out the cleaning part of it. So I'm just going to go over real quick all the things that are going to keep you safe in your own kitchen. So basically, the FDA has already done most of my work for me, and they break it into 4 processes. There's clean, separate, cook, and chill. What do each of those things mean? All right, well, when it comes to cleaning, first and foremost, it comes down to the surfaces that you're working on. So I've got a plastic cutting board that I use for raw proteins, and then a nice cutting board that I use for everything else. If you don't have 2 separate cutting boards, basically what you wanna do is sanitize your cutting board in between every use. And even more, what I like to do is save my raw proteins to be the last thing that I cut on the board when I'm prepping a meal. Then I have no worries at all. And I will still wash and sanitize in between every use. Now, cleaning also means the surfaces around the area that you're working. So that means the countertops. It means drawer handles. It even means the sink itself. And I'll show you exactly what I do at the sink. For the sink itself, what I like to do is once I'm done washing up or in between using raw protein and anything else, I'm going to sanitize every surface that I touched, and I'm using a basic sanitary wipe, and I'm gonna wipe down the spigot, I'm gonna wipe down the sink handle, the soap dispenser, even the inside of the sink. Give that all a good wipe, make sure everything is nice and clean. And I'm gonna take it one step further, and I'm gonna make sure I get the handle to my trash can right underneath in there, because Lord knows grimy fingers are getting in there no matter what you do. So as far as cleaning goes, every handle you touch, even the refrigerator door handles, I'll give them a wipe down with a sanitary wipe in between my processes. Separate means starting with the refrigerator, keeping all of my proteins separate while they defrost. So I've got chicken on a pan with a little bit of a lip. Now, of course, if you don't have room for pans, individual Ziploc bags work really well. And basically I wanna make sure they're all separate, and then even further, I make sure they're separate from other items in the refrigerator, so I put them on the lowest possible shelf to defrost, and everything else will be above and separate. Now, separate can also mean using different cutting boards or washing your cutting board in between cutting different proteins. So if I were to do chicken and then beef and then pork, I would wash my cutting board in between each process. But you may be wondering, what about if I'm making a bolognese or meatloaf and I'm having a couple of different kinds of proteins going into one dish? Well, the answer to that comes when we cook. When it comes to cooking, our goal is to stay out of the danger zone. So the FDA defines the danger zone as being between above 41 degrees Fahrenheit and below 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Above 140, bacteria is dead. Below 41, it's inactive. Our goal is to get through the danger zone as quickly as possible when we're cooking, and out of the danger zone as quickly as possible when we're chilling. Now, when it comes to actually cooking food, remember with a steak, it's the outside of the meat where bacteria can grow, and so a good hard sear takes care of that. That means you can comfortably cook a steak to rare or medium rare. When it comes to other proteins, you definitely want to cook it to 140 or above and let it rest there for at least 3 minutes. Now, when it comes to chilling food, same idea, we want to get out of the danger zone as quickly as possible. FDA recommends a maximum of 2 hours going from 140 to 70 degrees and a maximum of 4 hours from 70 to 41. What that means for you is as soon as your food has cooled down a little bit, pop it in the fridge and that will take care of the rest. So that's really what it comes down to. Now, if you're wondering about immersion circulators, that sort of thing, where you're cooking at a lower temperature, well, the answer there is time. Bacteria will actually die, but it takes longer. So make sure that you do a little bit of research before you start cooking steaks in an immersion circulator at 130 degrees or below. Well, I hope that clears some things up for you. I'm Yankel. Go be safe out there.